Hello, no regrets. Welcome in, good morning. Thanks for tuning in. First one here. Glad you can make it. And since we've got one person here, we might as well just get right into the draft. Because no one likes waiting. Oh, we've got two. We've got Zor here as well. Alrighty, welcome in. Good morning, buenas noches. All of that good stuff. We've got class in session taking on R2R in some light league action. Previously recorded games, so I'm just here to let everyone know how it actually all worked out in the end. CR, gonna have Hernandez in the jungle, I'm assuming. Very big Zyra enjoyer. So Zyra for Hernandez down there. Tom Kench up in the top lane. Silverbrom bot lane, Victor in the mid. Could be an interesting comp, really big on disengaging and trying to slow that Samira down whenever she tries to go all in. And then for Rock to Riches, I forget, is it Herd of Brevity? Can't remember. On the Samira one tricks pony, essentially. Sona gonna be in the bot lane paired with her. Not really sure where all the CC is coming in for the passive, so it's all gonna be on Samira to get that ball rolling on her own. Olivia just gonna try and space out anyone that's trying to get engaged in. And then you got Warwick, Darius, both of them just gonna run and gun right at the I don't know, I guess right at Sivir, right at Victor, right at everyone who stands in their way. So without further ado, let's get this highly awaited match on over to you. Did the power of love win? Doesn't it always win? So, I don't know. Then some kid over there, Lynch Draco, he's saying something. Not really sure what he's saying though. Thomas Kench can space well. Like the left side of the draft poll. Luckily for you, he knows a thing or two about spacing, although he's one of those players that we're not a big fan of because he plays on streamer mode. Although the name is Mr. Player 2.
Minions have spawned.
Ooh, I forgot what I can do because I have super fancy stuff. So, I want to take a quick look at the runes. Grasp up for the TK. Electrocute for Zyra. I don't know if that's commonplace or not, but everything else seems to make sense for everyone else around this map. CR coming in at 1-2. Rock to Riches 3-0. If they're the only undefeated team left. No, there's two undefeated teams. Rock to Riches and to be decided. We Taste Feet, they're not still here in any business. They stopped playing last season. Sorry to burst your bubble. But both junglers gonna have the same path to clear. 10 AM League of Legends, yeah. I mean, it's the best way to get your Sunday started. Although for me, it's already 11. I'm living in the future. So, no real big advantages currently early on. Zyra's a little bit further ahead than the Warwick in the pathing. It's not wrong. Nanya's just living like way in the past. Like, he can go to the future, but like whenever I travel, I can go back to the future. Like if I were to go out west and then back east, I can go back to the future. He can only go back to the past. Pretty sure it's not 10:15 in Eastern. So, damn it. Will's right. He could have stopped it. If we only told him the phone number for 911. Alright. Ooh, Sawdude just gonna give up the bottom crab. He's afraid of a little plant lady. Big bad wolf over there. There's no way Butrito goes for the solo bolo in the top lane, but luckily Hernandez teaches gonna root up Anime. Anime's gonna be forced to flash out. Not enough damage. The heal's just gonna keep the Sona alive. Good dive attempt. And it looks like Sawdude wants to tank a turret shot just for fun. Trying to get the fear off as well, and first blood going over Butrito, but he might end up getting executed. So Butrito doing his best to get a kill, not really going to give any kill gold over. Some XP though as well. Zyra, you know, maybe Zyra wasn't looking for it, but maybe here it is. We've already got the fist bump coming out, the flash, the barrier, the death. Hernandez teaches, claims kill number 2. That one's all for you, Will. And it looks like Sivir is going to get a plate here as well. Again, no one bumping Hernandez teaches back, so feels a little bit bad. I'm slightly confused by this ward that I'm assuming was placed by Sawdude. Like, it's nice to see it a little bit lower just to know when Zyra gets into the area, but again, Zyra just fist bumping herself for funsies. And up in the top lane, both players going all out. Tahm Kench going to drop the ignite on the Darius. His W's going to miss. The heal should be able to come through, and that's going to be a lot of bleed going over. But Rito doesn't want it. Oh my goodness. 35 HP. Holy cow. Why don't you, you know, like, do a whole catch-22 Zor? And be like, let her join your team in the beer league as like a rostered sub or something. Or she'd be like a in-game interviewer, you know? You don't have to like video games. Good flash coming out early by the Sivir, but good fear coming in here. Hernandez is going to be right there for the counter gank. Sawdude's going to be forced to flash away. Hernandez is going to flash right back in. The damage isn't enough. Big Bad Wolf gets away, but Sona, it's not the same story for her. 2-0, Hernandez teaches. Getting the lead for CR. Sure it does. That's all I'm going to say. Sure it does. Yeah, see? Nunya gets it. Nunya's a smart man. Alright, Rogue Otter's gonna try and catch out the Samira, but Samira's wise onto this trick. Wait, that's the only requirement to cast, or to like watch a cast? Anywho, Darius going back in. Oh, he's gonna get gobbled up by that big boy Tahm Kench. Noxie and Guillotine gonna be dropped and slay the catfish. But Rito sitting at 2-1. Essentially 2-0. His only death was to a turret. Sawdude going in onto Victor Nation, just like an Arcane, no spoilers. And that is one dead Machine Herald. But Anivia will be taken into egg form, so passive prop, not too shabby. So yeah, I don't know. Both teams kind of resetting. Not too much happening. Yes, there were a bunch of kills already. But if we look at the damage chart, it's all Darius all game. Just beating up on a lonely little catfisher. And Darius is about to have a little friend to the fight. Moonlight is normally their mid, yes. But if you're not sure for all that information, you can always go to beer-league.games and you can find Mr. Player 2 falling one more time in the top lane, 0-3 unfortunately. But Rito looks like he's not going to last the night. He is going to get some good damage down though. And Moonlight and Anime have joined the fray. This is the most supports that a team can possibly have. And down goes Moonlight. Anime forced to flash out. Just makes it out alive. Zyra was the first overall pick, so it's just a Hernandez special. Hey, just Zord, you can always co-cast with her if you want. She can do like a post-game interview section. Alright, we've got Mr. Player 2 in the chat now. He did earn an assist there, so that is technically worth, especially if you type it in chat like he did. You went to Boban on Jovanovic yesterday. Hernandez gonna find the werewolf one more time. He is gonna fear away rogue otters, but I feel like Sawdude really hasn't gotten many crabs this game. Which, you know, isn't always a bad thing in life if you're not getting crabs. I'll just say it there. Hernandez, welcome in. Thanks for casting that series yesterday. Greatly appreciated. And, but Rito. Apparently he's still really annoyed right now. And you know what? Mr. Player 2 says, come and join me. Under my turret. Take a turret shot or two. Mr. Player 2 with the solo bolo in the top lane. Doesn't matter that he was down over 1.5k gold. He's just gonna gobble up that Darius and make him his little bitch. Bleed was still active, yeah. I was trying to look for it, but I couldn't see it. But yeah, it was active, and that's the only reason why I took those 2 turret shots. But you know what? Mr. Player 2, streamer mode, Tom Kench, he knows what he's doing. But let's see if this is an overstay with Sawdude running up top. Said he's just gonna go for his Krugs. And, there we go. Can we ban stream mode, please? I mean, we'll look into it. Not sure how far we'll look, but we'll look. But Mr. Player 2, why do you turn it on in the first place? Just so people like me can't, you know, trash talk you? That's what I want to know. It's just a game. Trash talk is inevitable. Just like Hernandez teaches getting a kill here because Anime doesn't have flash, so the Sivir or the Sona should die. Easy peasy. Doesn't matter if she used the crescendo or not. I think that's the name. Really not 100% sure. And this bot lane for R2R really isn't able to get a lead here. So Samira struggling. Like, yes. Hold on. Samira. Oh no. Sorry. Back to the top lane. Top lane turret's almost down, but this bleed is really screwing over the Darius' attempt to dive. But what I was going to say is Sivir is 0-0-4, which is wild and really unfortunate for her because I was going to say Samira like really can't get a lead now, but the fact that she still has the lead is kind of redonkulous. See, that's your other problem, Mr. Player 2. You just have to play norms. That's the way to do it. Alrighty. Blue buff stolen by the Warwick, and Hernandez teaches. Go on bot lane once again. Does this guy go anywhere else on the map? Samira's going to use her ultimate, but it's going to be stopped pretty darn soon. Anime 47 going to fall, and Samira's going to ult twice in one fight. Still die, not get a single kill. A little bit unfortunate. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Caress is going to fall to the gank from from Warwick. We've got another little fight up again. I don't think Mr. Player 2 can get him into turret range, but oh, what is going on? Dunk Master Darius using the ultimate, gonna use the ghost and gonna run into a plant. He's not gonna be able to get the kill. Uses both summoners just to die. That's really, really unfortunate. But Saw Dude, he's probably smelling out this Tahm Kench. Probably knows a thing or two. Flash can be forced away from Moonlight. Good job by Caress there, but here comes Saw Dude in hot pursuit. And it should be a dead Tomas Ketch. So, unfortunately, TK is not thinking about, oh yeah, Warwick runs really fast whenever I'm below half health. Que lastima. Imagine if I was actually Latino and not just white. It'd be something. That would be something. So I don't know, CR, they are about even in gold. If Rock to Richies didn't have Darius, this game would be a little bit different. But again, Anime just not really able to play the game. Zyra ult not going to hit enough people. Warwick going to ult the Victor underneath the turret. In comes Butrito with the upgraded free teleport. His top lane in League of Legends was like, hey, we need to do other stuff to make this game fun again. Darius is going to get stunned up by the Braum passive. He should be able to take down Hernandez. And Tahm Kench up in the top lane. He's like, you know what? I'm going to save my ult. I'm going to save my teleport. Bot lane, you guys can fend for yourselves. You've had enough ganks from the Zyra. She needs to come top a little bit more. I thought Bad Bunny's race was all about getting rid of Canada. You're all Minnesotans. Minnesotans? Mini Pepsi cans? I don't know. That's not fake news. I heard it here first. On the Twitch. Or no, it was in the Discord? Yeah. Sí. ¿Quién es Portkin? Anywho, mid lane, I feel like we really haven't had any focus in the mid lane. Like, there's been 5 kills here. If not more. Maybe just 4. But, like, still. The game has not focused mid, which is the best lane in the entire game. Obviously. That's kind of it. That's all I've got. 2 dragons over the side of CR. I guess I must have missed the last one. But next dragon spawning up in 30 seconds. Tahm Kench does have his teleport here. Darius does not. So we'll see if there's any funny business. Class in session, able to get that turret down in the bot lane. And Mr. Player 2, I'm not... Yeah, I think you have to wait for Darius to hit you once, and then you can do the eat and beat and all of that jazz. But right now, Darius just... He's kind of walking all over, walking all around you. And time to start up this dragon take. It is going to be in the little 4-on-4. Oh, I was a little bit too late. with what I wanted to show right here, because that's already a nice quick double kill going over for the side of CR. So bot lane dead, rock to riches. A little bit unfortunate. It looks like they're at least going to be able to trade for the Rift Herald on the top side. But Saw Dude just has blood in his eyes. Instead of going for something that's going to help him the map, he's like, you know what? I can kill this Braum. That did not happen. Also, where in the world did Mr. Player 2 go? Tom Kench just trying to fight this Darius once again. Darius does have his ultimate. He also has a Warwick in the wings who's going to use whatever his ultimate ability is. Used to be point and click, was so much better. Now Warwick is going to get stunned up. He's going to try and use the Blast Cone, but it's not going to be in time. But Rito still in the backline, can't get his massive Q off. Anivia ult goes behind herself, not going to really do any more damage there. Anime is going to fall, and down goes pretty much everybody for Rock to Riches. Could have had a Rift Herald a while ago if you guys wanted, I think. But you know what? Whenever you give Hernandez one of his favorite champs in the game, this is bound to happen. So there we go. Just good team fighting. Bot lane of CR seems to be pretty darn strong. 3-0 and 8, 0-1 and 12. They have had some assistance from the Zyra, but honestly, it doesn't even matter. It still works. I believe you only did mention Zyra. Going hard into this team comp. Well, is it Nivea and Sona playing different comp, or is it the rest of their team playing a different comp? You know, what? We'll never know. We will never know. So what we do know is that Baron is now up, which means no team got the Rift Herald. And Darius is looking to catch out a little catfish. And in comes an unsuspecting level 13 jungler. Same level as those top laners who get bonus XP. What in the world is Hernandez Teaches doing with all of that XP? Riot? Do we have some explaining to do? Like, this is kinda nutty. Oh, alright, this XP is moving way too fast. We do have a nice, another little fight up in the top lane. We are gonna get the teleport out from the Victor. So even if, you know, nothing happens here, I'd say that's a win for R2R just to get a little bit more potential map pressure. Since Nivea still has teleport. And Rogue Otter's gonna go rogue, gonna go in the enemy jungle without any backup whatsoever. He's gonna be forced to use his ultimate and his flash just to survive. Sivir kind of going rogue again as well. I would zoom out as much as I can, but he's just gonna fall. As will the Sona. Double kill going over to Hernandez once again. Not sure why we're letting Hernandez play his favorite champ in the Zyra. But you know, this is the Light League. People aren't afraid of anything, apparently. Good Q prediction coming in from Moonlight, just waiting on that Tom Kench to move on in. And Hernandez is going to take down Moonlight on the Anivia flash. Kind of useless at that point, but I understand it. Heard Previty trying to take down Caress, but Hernandez teaches 12, 1 and 7. Whew. It's a lot of damage this game. It's a lot of damage this game. Where can I go? I need to see the gold gap this game. Like, it was going back and forth. It was all but Rito really just carrying the way for R2R. But once Hernandez got online, was able to bring everyone else up to speed, up to our Wi-Fi connections now. It's working out a little bit better than the diode connection from R2R. Saw dude forced to flash or use his ultimate to get away, but the Zyra plants are sure to follow, and this Hextech Soul gonna go the way of CR, which is kind of ridiculous. No contesting like whatsoever. Seems like R2R just isn't on the same path, same game plan. Sorry for being so zoomed out to not realize it. And Darius thinking that there's extra people around the server. He's gonna run away. And we're gonna get probably one more reset. I mean, there's still lots of game left from what I feel. I don't see CR just marching down mid, even if they do get a Baron. Just because it's the light league where I feel like, you know, we're going to push a bunch of other lanes. For some reason, Tahm Kench and Nivea are in the same lane, as well as Darius and Sivir. Like, some things just aren't mathing. That's all that I'm going to say. And we do have both teams starting to pressure one another. Victor still has his ultimate. Hernandez is going to try and steal this red buff away. Actually drops the ultimate just in case. Mr. Player 2 trying to take the fight onto Anivia. But, I mean, that was a good steal attempt. Sadu just waiting for someone to step up far enough for him to engage, for Samira to follow up as well, doing a good job trying to stay out of vision. Just really hoping for a nice little team fight there. Cumbane, welcome in. Oh, no, it's the Widow League Legends, not the White League. But Anime, unfortunately standing in the wrong spot for the 7th time this game. And it looks like class in session. I'm gonna take this Baron 25 minutes in. There's no push from anywhere else for R2R. They're kind of just chilling out. They realize, you know, we don't know where anybody is. We're walking in blind. Like, they still really don't know what's going on. They don't know what health the Baron is at. And they're forced to just run away and free Baron on over to CR. Nicely done. Gold lead ever growing. Barrito really the only hope for R2R. But even then, like, his gold lead is just over the Tahm Kench. His gold lead is over essentially someone who's playing as an extra support of sorts, not necessarily being a damage dealer. So it's a little bit difficult this game. Zyra's still just clearing away 4 DCS. Sorry, I don't know what number I was going to say. 4 DCS goal or CS lead over the enemy jungler, who's on his main as well. But Zyra obviously farms a little bit quicker than the Warwick. And finally, we are getting a Baron push on multiple lanes at once. Tahm Kench still just being a little bit patient up in the top half. Caress gonna find a Warwick in his bot lane, but it looks like Warwick is actually gonna be changing courses, changing his path. Still 2 levels down to this. Oh my god. Why is Hernandez level 16? Riot Games. begging you. Nerf jungle. Something. Oh. Warwick gonna ult onto Caress. Good Q follow through with that flash. That is a Warwick player, ladies and gentlemen. Sawdude gonna be shut down by the Samira. Yes, I know he has 13 kills. But eventually, like, these people can't be worth anything, right? Sivir's gonna walk behind the Darius just to take a turret plate. Kind of OP move, but also tanking like 4 or 5 turret shots for absolutely no reason. Darius is gonna go down. Turret's gonna be destroyed as well. And CR slowly just choking out Rock to Riches. There's not much that they can really do against this push right here. 3 Baroned up cannons in one lane. Is that 4? No, that's 3. Okay. Like, that's massive. Now we're on to 4 Baroned up cannon minions. Baron buff on for just 8 more seconds. Teleport coming in from Victor. It looks like CR wants to end the game here. The Zyra ultimate gonna do a great job to interrupt that Samira dash as well. Sawdude gonna go in. Down goes Sivir. Double kill for the Samira. Oh no. CR, did you guys make a whoopsie? Tom Kench does have his E available. Gonna get Victor out of there potentially, maybe. Noxie and Guillotine gonna go down. Not enough to kill off Caress. But Warwick able to go in. Darius gonna clean off Mr. Player 2, and Elder Dragon is up and available. I think it's actually up right now. The timer that we have is not accurate. What in the world? So Zor, you're bringing up the gold with the shutdowns and everything, and if we look at the gold graph, yeah, like it did drop off from just over 8K down to about 4, almost 5K gold lead. That's a lot of gold. The last time that I checked, and a free Elder Drake makes this game a lot scarier. Rogue Otters, you're not going to just steal it. I do like the attempt with the Braum Q. But my goodness gracious. The best way to start a throw is that way, I must say. So, gold grab going from 8K to just 3K in just a few minutes. It's very nice, but that also does allow R2R to turtle for a little bit longer. They can turtle, they can get some more gold in their pockets, get Anivia maybe to a 4th item. I'm not really sure how much gold that she has. Samira already at 4 items. Already has more gold than the opposing team's ADC, who's had multiple ganks go to their lane in the early game. But the nice thing for CR is they really only have to push in the spot lane turret. They have supers in top, they have supers in mid. Just take this fight here. Elder Drake still on for another minute and 10 seconds or so. And Sawdude gonna pick out the Zyra. Great Tom Kench ult to keep her alive. And the Victor W. Oh my goodness. Moonlight just gonna make it out alive. 8 HP. I mean, she had her passive anyway, but 8 HP is annoying and frustrating. And it might actually be more annoying that she didn't go into her passive, because now she has to run all the way back to base in order to really heal up the whole way. So 3 inhibitors down. There is a Baron up and available. If I'm CR, I'm just, hey guys, we're gonna walk safely over to this Baron. Looks like they're all gonna reset, get one final item in, maybe get one final elixir. It would actually be really amazing if they just moved off vision for a little bit, waited for R2R to move into the Baron area, and then just walk in that bot lane. Set of minions. Mid inhib, I guess it is just about to respawn right now. So they won't have 3 lanes of super minions. And there we... That's what it looks like? That's lame. Anywho. Here we go. Baron number 2 on the boards for CR. They should be able to get this nice and free. Again, R2R, they have to keep their base afloat for as long as that they can. So Baron going down. And with the Baron power play, I'm just going to remind everybody, if you don't like ads, you can subscribe to the Beer League. April is starting in just a few days. You get your Twitch Prime subscription back. Why not use it on the Beer League? Alright. You can leave your wife, subscribe to the Beer League, whatever makes you happy. Good things happen to those that subscribe to the Beer League. I'll just say that right now. And yeah, the nice thing about CR is they're not even damaging these turrets. They're just letting the minions do it. They're like, we don't care about our range. We're going to walk in 3 supers from the bot side. We've now got 2 supers up in the top side. And R2R, you guys can't stop this. Doesn't matter how hard you try. You guys don't have Baron. There's really not much you can do. Sawdude's going to go in. Like, you have to go for one final fight, obviously. But the Chaos Storm going to get a double kill for the victor. For some reason, Sivru's up in the top side all by her lonesome. Anime going to drop, and that Nexus is going to pop. Game number 1 going over to class in session. Nicely done. Very, very good job. And as we look, you know, before we get into the draft for the next game, if we go and take a quick gander at the post game, just get a nice little breakdown between the 2 teams. Is that her Sawdude? I do not know. So here you go. Rock to Riches. The breakdown, I mean, it's night and day between these 2 teams. There's just no damage at all outside of the Darius this past game. No dragons, no real jungle objectives to speak of, other than that 1 Elder. So, I don't know. R2R, they've got a lot of work to do if they want to keep their undefeated streak alive. And we'll see if they're able to do so in game number 2. And these jerks, of course, have to swap sides on me. Ugh. Why, oh why? Alright, game number 2. Rock to Riches on the left, CR on the right. Ooh, I forgot. Why is this game broken? Oh no. I had the wrong information up. I pulled up the wrong teams. Not even the right series. A little bit awkward. Alright, CR still on blue side. It's very embarrassing. R2R still on the right side. We are going to get some Shen this game. Could be top, could be jungle, could be wherever the heck we darn please it. We are going to get Misfortune. Maokai coming out as well, so that's probably going to be jungle. But we are going to get a League of Draven coming in. Draven, Blitzcrank bot lane. I really like to see it. Should be a lot of fun. Gwen in the jungle, I'm assuming set top, and Seraphine mid, because mid lane is super fun and exciting, so let's continue to keep it that way, because who doesn't love exciting gameplay between Syndra and Seraphine, because there's going to be a whole lot of fighting. I'm assuming Caress is going to do his best to keep the fighting to a maximum. But we will see. So let me get game It is Seraphine mid. It is Seraphine mid. I'm just going to try and get this game started up. And then we'll head on into game number 2. Right? It's very interactive and definitely fun. So, CR taking game number 1 puts a little bit more pressure on R2R for this one. I do really like the Blitzcrank pullout coming in from anime.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Just because I think if your ADC is the one that's going to be carrying you in the Draven, it's imperative to just make sure that he can get off to a good start. Blitzcrank, use that Q, nice. Flash already coming through by Rogue Otters, and Herd of Previty doesn't even care. Can get 3 or 4 empowered Qs off right there. Love to see it, and just for chat purposes, because someone's pinging somebody alive. Yeah, Karma use Flash. Okie dokie. And I do like that we are staying in the spot side. It gives me hope. It's exactly what you want to see from a Draven Blitzcrank lane. That ricochet or whatever coming in from Misfortune's disgusting, and physics is not real. I'm just gonna say that. Blitzcrank should have his Q back up, so they should be able to walk on in. Both junglers starting on the top side. I have seen this ward before on this bot fight. It seems like this is something that R2R really likes to do, is just ward their blue buff, just to keep all shenanigans from going down. And yeah, that's about it. Not too much going on. I did forget to pull up the very, very super duper important caster tools. Just so we can see the runes that everybody seemed to lock in. Blitzcrank going with the Glacial Augment. You like to see it against a ranged bot lane. Comet coming in from Seraphine. Not sure if that's the go-to. I think it's usually Airy. But I don't know. I'm not a Seraphine player or enjoyer. First strike on Syndra makes sense. Blitzcrank gonna hook a minion. That way you can give Draven the extra bit of gold before he gets back. And Malachi opting for the Phase Rush over Aftershock, just trying to stay onto those squishy members that might be trying to run away. And yeah, that's about it. Not too much going on this game just yet. Looks like jungle clearing almost similar. Gwen might have a slight lead over the Malachi, and they are going to meet at this bot lane Crab. But R2R should have the push. Great Blitzcrank pull that time. Shield coming in to keep Rogue Otters just completely fine. Ignite can be used as well by anime. We are going to actually have a fight in this river. Caress wants to keep this fight on, but Sawdude is that one champion who goes immune. Flash can be popped. Actually, Barrier by Moonlight. I did not think that a mid laner would take Barrier against a non-assassin, but Syndra does deal a lot of damage. First blood in the top lane. Sorry that we didn't see how that happened. Mr. Player 2, I'm going to assume that you were just the best of all time. Almost like Faker. I would I would go back in time, rewind, that's the word. But my client doesn't enjoy whenever I do that. So we're just not going to do that. So we're going to say Mr. Player 2 had the greatest outplay ever. Although he's also used streamer mode, so it might not have been that great. Draven's at 71 caught axes, make that 72. 73. What? Okay. He's doing a good job just holding on them, making sure that he doesn't lose his stacks. There Issa Dale? Might be. In the tooltip? No way. Inconceivable. Inconceivable that there could be a delay. I don't know. Both junglers kind of just running down. Not too much fun is going on. We did get a bigger reset coming in from Sawdude than that of Hernandez. Player 2 going for the dash through and then going to dodge a few of those Qs coming in. Misfortune out of mana. These two junglers again just meeting bot lane at the exact same time. So I'm really hoping that we get some kind of action. I know Draven's definitely hoping for that. He really wants a big cash out. Phenomenal Evil, no. So if you ever got Mordekaiser, just go Phenomenal Evil if that's an option, because your passive actually applies Phenomenal Evil procs in ARAM Mayhem. You're just gonna say it, but Rito taking the fight to Mr. Player 2. Mr. Player 2 gonna do whatever he can. He's gonna sidestep that W. But you can't really sidestep the set ult, and you can't sidestep your death. Seraphine Encore just going to clip Caress. Caress doesn't have the flash available. He is going to knock Sawdude into turret range, though. Sawdude's going to dash on out, and Moonlight going to get the second kill of the game for R2R. Great play there by the mid jungle duo. Draven, I didn't even realize he did buy a call. So he's going Mr. Krabs Gaming for all the money, money, money. And I don't know if I like the home guard boots or not. Like, it just feels so OP. Hernandez gonna come in, try and find Rito. The taunt is gonna come through. The lockup is gonna come through as well. Super massive haymaker, but really there's no live in this one, especially if you don't want to use your flash. Game back 2-2. It's tied up, 200 gold difference. It's what you like to see. I'd like to see a little bit more action. I want to see this Blitzcrank just flash hook somebody, even if it is a minion, just to assert some dominance. But the flash or the hook is going to go wide. Draven just a few XP off of hidden level 6. Both junglers opposite side of the map, so it looks like CR is gonna opt for, hey, we're just gonna get these grubs, maybe help us split push if we do that, or just help us take turrets later on in the game. I don't know. I think if I were this Draven, I'd be so bored right now. Like, yes, I understand that you're stacking your passive, but like, sometimes you just want to get rolled and get going. Sometimes that makes you make decisions that you wouldn't typically make. And Caress gonna take Moonlight down very low. Good barrier coming through. As soon as the... Oh wait, that wasn't even Syndra's ultimate? Oh. I take back that good barrier. Unless she survives this without getting hit by anything. So R2R gonna take the Cloud Drake. Good dash through by Shen. Flash coming through by Rito. Not sure if Mr. Player 2 had to do that as well. When does the GOAT Castro play? That's a great question. Castro, when do you play? You're somewhere in the chat. Send Castro back to Cuba. That's Ruda. Shen, you're getting pretty low. So looks like Shen is gonna reset right now. I don't know, this game feels so much slower paced than the previous one. Sawdude gonna try and go on in. He is gonna get a little bit snip action onto Caress. The ultimate from Draven gonna go wide. Hernandez! Oh no, he didn't want to kill steal. He wanted to donate the kill over to Caress, but instead it's just gonna cost him his life. Draven's whirling axe or whatever it's called. Not gonna find any marks up there. Draven's still looking to cash on out. That's an unfortunate situation. I mean, really, like, it's not like Hernandez was trying to make sure, like, the cash out was going to be had, like how R2R needs to bank on Draven hitting this cash out. But yeah, I don't know. You always hope that you can give the kill over to your mid laner. Just didn't happen there. I mean, hey, if you're gonna camp somebody, like, you might as well do it. There's the ultimate. I swear that's the ultimate coming from Syndra. Why is it not showing it as the ult on the hut though? It's very strange. And Sawdude coming back just for funsies. Not gonna be able to dodge that first strike damage, but doing their best, gonna try and delay the push coming in from Caress, but should be enough. Mr. Player 2 again going for these fights. Just doing a good job of just taking it right to Butrito. And now Butrito is gonna find a Maokai. Gonna be avoided. Whew, great W coming in by the Maokai there. Blitzcrank has the flash, not gonna land it onto anybody. Sawdude snip, but Caress has a Shen that's gonna use Stand United to keep him safe and sound. Shen gonna get a kill onto Sawdude. Mr. Player 2, great job realizing, you know, my top laner, he's dead, so I can make a room. Encore gonna come through by Moonlight, the flash Q barrier just for funsies. Why not press all of our buttons? But that's gonna be a nice solo kill in the mid lane. Maybe not really a solo kill. Herd of Depravity finally not gonna cash out. Oh no. Karma at less than 100 health. This Draven sitting at 278 stacks. He really wishes that he had a little bit more mana. But at least he got that cannon right there. So unfortunate for him. But, you know, sometimes bad things happen to good people. I'm not saying Draven's a good person, but it's really unfortunate that Karma just barely survived. And Set gonna take that top lane turret all by himself again. I feel like Butrito's just done a really good job this game, this whole series. Oh no, Anime is gonna miss that pull. In comes Hernandez. Bullet time gonna come through from his fortune. It's not gonna be enough though. And we are gonna get double teleports in the bot lane. Snip, gonna go wide. Draven's not gonna be able to cash out with his ultimate as well. Looks like Shen might be in a bit of predicament. Good E coming in from Butrito, and Draven really wants this kill, but he's not going to be able to secure it. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Caress and Moonlight are dealing back and forth, and all of that just for Hernandez to die. Draven still looking for a kill here. If he can get hits onto that Karma, Karma's still just going to live one more time. Dunk down. Mr. Player 2, kill going over to Draven. Big old cash out for him now. With that one kill, he's got 1.5K gold lead over his counterpart, even though they've got the exact same CS numbers, same number of kills. Cash outs are fun. So if I go and find Draven, passive, he's got 641. Not too shabby. Oh, and Rogue Otters. Gonna kill Karma. Or gonna get killed by anime. Okay, so while all of that was happening down the bot lane, somehow CR was able to push out top for a little bit, give them some extra time, work on this Rift Arrow, but now Zed is going to show up. He's not going to fight for anything. Nice thing about this game is that the top laners, mid laners, they do have the highest XP, so we don't have to worry about all of those shenanigans from last game. What am I looking for? I'm looking for some side lane gold infographic. Draven leading the way with 7.6k gold in about 17 minutes. He's feeling pretty happy, almost at the collector. So we will be able to cash in a little bit more frequently. Good lord, that ricochet. I swear, if I were to play Misfortune, that wouldn't hit. Snip, snip. Trying to sneak on in. Now, Blitzcrank gonna flash in, gonna miss the Q, because great flash coming out by Nishama. Kind of predicting that Blitzcrank play. And Sawdude, he pretended to leave, he's coming right on back. Trying to just make this bot lane pay, trying to get Draven a few more gold so he does have his collector. Hernandez is in the area. I don't think he's spotted out. He does have his ultimate. Meanwhile, on the top half, Butrito trying to do something, trying to get some good damage down onto the Shen. Pretty big haymaker, going to be enough damage along with the ignite. Another solo kill in the top lane for Butrito. He's been the most consistent player for R2R past 2 games. Yes, he does have 3 deaths this game, but he's just been pretty consistent so far throughout. Oh, Misfortune gonna use the bullet time. Just really wants to get out of this lane. Wants a nice little reset. Blitzcrank gonna unfortunately miss the hook one more time. But Misfortune gonna get the reset here. We'll see if anyone moves people around. All laners have completed their role quests. So maybe they'll change lanes. Maybe not. Looks like Misfortune is just going to run right down bot lane again. Dragon coming up in 45. Pings are already coming out by R2R to get in that area. So Draven gets his collector. Only has 3 vision score. A little bit disappointing, you know, but in the words of some casters, warding will cost you your life, so just never do it. Set does not have teleport available, neither does Shen. Their teleports are going to be up at the exact same time. Shen does have a stand united though if he needs to join this team fight. Hernandez is going to catch out Sadu. Crest kind of just going AFK for a bit. Herald's going to go down. Anime finally going to land that Blitzcrank hook that he's been looking for. Mid laners are just dueling one by one in the bot side. I don't know. Not much is happening. Both these teams went from a lot of fighting last game to a much slower paced, maybe more well thought out game for game number 2. And meanwhile, whenever I do say that, Draven's going to go right on in, going to use the ultimate, but the exhaust going to be just enough. Staying United come through as well as soon as Draven flashes through. Bullet time going to come in as well. Gwen, she's immune to that because why the heck not? Blitzcrank going to pull another minion just for funsies, unfortunately. And I don't know what that flash is for, Blitzcrank, but you do you. I think it was a flash ignite. Set still pushing in the top side, does have his teleport up in 5 seconds. He can join this fight if his team wants to take it. Not sure if they're going to want to or not. There's really no wards in the area. He is just going to continue pushing down in the top side. Syndra's finally going to move on over. Sadu going to get a little bit closer. Encore going to be enough to reach the Shen. So he's going to fall. Herd Depravity has to run like a wild man just to get away from that Maokai. And the kill is going to go over to Sadu, not going to be given over to the Draven. Draven's be a little bit frustrated with that one, but all in all, not too bad. Syndra did get that mid lane turret down. That was used earlier. Flash coming through by Butrito. Flash response coming in by Caress, and just a nice little thumbs up there. Draven getting a lot of damage down, but Bloodthirster into Bloodthirster makes it a lot more difficult. Needlework coming through. Not really sure how Gwen's taking more damage. Bot lane turret. They go on the way of R2R. They're just slowly winning all around the map. Not too much going on. They've been steadily increasing their lead ever since the 13-minute mark. And Maokai gonna help catch out Butrito. He should fall here. There's no way that he escapes a 1v4. And Syndra with another kill. Actually, that's only her first kill this game? That's wild. I could have sworn she had at least 1 or 2 more. But I forgot that Maokai kind of let her die in the mid lane before securing that kill himself. Is up 23 minutes in. 5k gold lead for R2R. They're really just winning all over the map. Mid lane Syndra has a slight lead due to CS and the turret plating, but honestly I think Moonlight's going to be able to help out her team a lot right now on the Seraphine. If they are able to get a pick. Draven working on his 3rd item. He does have a BF sword, so looking for that IE next. And Syndra just, you know, trying to avoid fighting, still working up. I think she still has a few more upgrades to work on for her passive. Okay. How's everyone doing Sunday? How's anyone's bracket busted? Mine is. I'm not happy about it. Blitzcrank, just missing the hook. I feel like I say that all the time, but you know, if you're not throwing out a Q, you're not even playing Blitzcrank then. And but Rito gonna be led right into a Maokai, but he's actually gonna use the Maokai to get on out. He doesn't have Flash yet available, so this CC Dream, that is CR, is gonna be able to take down but Rito. Beer League bracket, I don't think we have one. We can maybe, I think Trevor usually does one like for playoffs for actual Beer League, or he has in years past. But I think we can get, I mean, next season I can do it. Next year, I'm down to do a Beer League March Madness bracket. Like an actual NCAA March Madness one, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. And Caress gonna find Moonlight. Moonlight doesn't really know that she's on Vision. Good Encore coming through, but Ultimate also coming through, Scatter the Weak. And two mid laners who I feel like have a lot of damage each. Not doing that much damage to one another. Dragon up in 8 seconds is going to be the third one for R2R. And Syndra gonna walk into a Butrito. Not really all that terrified, gonna get some gold money back from first strike. Shen does have Staying United in the top lane, also has teleport if he wants to use it, but I think he's gonna hope to get this turret down first. And really, like, there is no rush for CR. Nothing's really going on. Lots of damage. Blitzcrank, whenever Seraphine gets that stun, you just have to rip it. You have to rip that Q, get on in there. Shen is pinging with Staying United. I'm gonna hope that we get a team fight, so I'm just gonna start this up right now. There's no way we just don't. We put 8 people in a small area and no one fights. Oh my goodness. What are we doing? What are we doing? I wanted some action. I wanted some anything. The most action we got was a Maokai Sapling Toss. Second to take Mr. Player 2 down to about half health. The Haymaker gonna come through, but it's not enough damage. Blitzcrank landing the pull. Bullet Time gonna come through from Misfortune, gonna do a lot of damage onto Moonlight, but Draven finally gonna get a second cash out this game. 3k gold lead for this Draven right now. Holy taboli. Doesn't matter that their CS is almost even. Draven cash out 1,300 total from his passive. So just for catching axes, 1,300 gold. It's wild. Blue team, or red team, gonna start off the Baron here. Blitz and Draven going for that Scuttle Crab first, trying to clear out any vision. And a little bit lower. Baron's going to be secured by R2R. Nice little reset by everybody as well. Spend all that extra gold that they have. Okay. E completed. Misfortune work on her IE next. And I feel like R2R is just playing very safe. Which isn't a bad thing. Like, they're not just giving anything over to CR, but they're not they're not conceding anything, but they're not really like pushing this lead that they have. It's just a very slow lead out game. And I mean, that's a good way to keep your lead, but it'd be nice to see some fighting. That's why we're all here. We're here for fighting. We're here for clips. We're here for great plays and not just see Butrito trying to attack Mr. Player 2 time and time again. It is enjoyable, but like, we want to see other people trying to fight. We have a Draven with 3 items. We have a Blitzcrank. Like, let's do some stuff. Oh no, Saw Dude gonna get caught out. He is gonna get that blue buff. We are gonna have the fight come through as well. Needlework gonna be enough. Draven ultimate just not enough stacks on his Q passive. And Rogue Otter is gonna be kind of up the creek without a paddle. Draven cares more about control ward than getting killed there. Bullet time coming in by Misfortune. Just gonna scare off a few members. R2R. And here we go, Blitzcrank gonna miss that pull one more time. Gonna help tank up the turret though. That's not too bad. Haymaker gonna come through. Down goes the Shen. Set sitting at 3, 5, and 1. I feel like this guy should have had so many more kills this game. It looks like R2R. They do have decent timers, but I think it's just gonna be 2 inhibitors. But I did forget that they have Baron. Misfortune doesn't have any wave clear, doesn't have her ultimate, and is actually going to get caught out by the Blitzcrank, so whenever you need to pull the most Blitzcrank is going to get it onto Misfortune. And it looks like we are going to be headed to a game number 3. Haymaker going to go down Encore. Draven going to get his 3rd kill of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more game ahead for us. So, whew. Great job. Great job, great job, great job. Da da da. Let me try and get some information for our post-game screen. Copy this, go over here. You missed all of game 2, but don't worry, Nunya, because we've got some information here for you that might, help set some things out. It was about 13 minutes whenever Draven first cashed out, and yes, his damage doesn't look high. Yeah, didn't happen. Score is still 1-0. But we're playing prison rules, so next game wins. Gold, 12k lead for R2R. I want to say good 1,500. That is just from Draven passive. So yeah, CR's comp did not do much damage, which really stinks. Set was just doing whatever he does, but Rito seems to be one of the players that R2R can consistently count on. We'll see if they can continue to do so. Might be a little bit difficult. And yeah, let's get into our final match of the series. It's bound to be a good one, right? One team took game 1, another team took game 2. There's no way that a 3-game series ends with a very boring game, right? Like, that's inconceivable. Oh no, that's the wrong logo. Transform, center. Alright, so as we go into our final draft of the day, got CR on the red side. Not really. I guess CR chose red side for this one. Twitch Melio bot lane, not too bad for R2R. Holy cow, their team is all below like 3 feet tall. Twitch, Milio, Kindred, Vigar, and Teemo. Sawdude, I guess he enjoys his Kindred. Haven't seen it too much this season, or maybe I just haven't paid attention to R2R at all. And then CR going to have a nice bot lane in Gnarless Tristana, Volibear, Malphite. Who knows who's going to go jungle, who's going to go top lane. And then Azir in the mid. So, yeah. I mean, Katarina get banned out from CR. Just looking at those picks right there. Sure, it's surely Malphite jungle. It's got to be, but there's always a chance where it isn't. But I really do like Malphite here, irregardlessly, just because you've got 5 little ranged demons. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm always a big fan of having enchanters top lane in Teemo. It's a good time. So yeah, let's get into our final game of the series, because honestly, why not? Why not? So where is my play button? I almost hit end the match. That would have been very bad. So here we go. Keys to victory. We don't have those anymore. And it will be Malphite in the jungle. Or Malphite in the top lane. My bad. So as we get in, just take a quick look at the runes everyone's rocking with. Conqueror on Teemo, I don't usually see that all too often or at all. Usually it's like between Grasp, Dark Harvest, PTA, something like that. I use Dark Harvest, but that's just for fun memes. Gold Lead already going over to CR since they can clear a ward out faster. It's always nice. Mr. Player 2 going with the Comet in the top lane. The trick to this is just spam it whenever your Mana Flow Band and Comet are back up. Don't use it in betwixt, because then you're just wasting your mayonnaise. Yeah, Kayn was banned first round. So, not eligible to be played or picked. Yeah, R2R has no frontline whatsoever. But, I mean, I enjoy their drafts because I feel like they just draft for fun and somehow they're still 3-0. Like, I'm impressed. I don't know how they do it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Doesn't make sense to me. Alright, somehow Teemo letting Malphite stay in this farming fest. Only down by 3. Yeah, oh yeah, they need some kind of front line. I'd agree with that. Maybe they're just like, oh, surely we can just use the cage and get a bunch of time to make sure that our Twitch can get fed, and maybe we'll have Teemo shrooms all over the map and something. Yeah, I mean, Butrito, who knows? Maybe he went Teemo because he's like, I don't know if it's going to be Volibear jungle, if it's like what's going to be the jungler, or what's going to be the top lane. Sorry. So maybe he's like, you know what? I'm just going to be a little jerk and they can find a counter into me. Oops, Saw dude gonna get hooked on. Gonna be forced to use his flash already, just 3 minutes in. Not gonna be able to get his mark as well. So really unfortunate. Kindred gonna be a little bit sad right there. Yeah, that hook should not have hit, but I don't know how that didn't hit the wall right there. But you know, you gotta think about the elevation change and all of that, and how the air is different. Moonlight gonna use the flash, but not really get any distance with it. And Moonlight should be falling here too. So 2-0 or 1. Wait, what? 1-1. Top lane Teemo getting the kill. Solo Bolo. It's gonna make this grab a little bit more difficult. Not sure if this is a mark. I don't think that it was. Don't think that it could have been. Hernandez gonna be in a little bit of trouble. There's a lot coming through right here. Caress gonna find a way to get some damage and help out his Volibear, but good move by Butrito and helping out Sawdude, trying to take down his mark. And I like game number 3. We've seen a lot of fighting already. Animate. How do you walk up that far in Rogue Otters? How do you miss that Q? Oh man. This is a game. This is a game. I'm here for it. Ooh, animate. Going to long range Q. You usually like to see that be saved for a Nautilus engage, but you know, smoke him if you got him. And I feel like the Tristana and Nautilus can just be like, hey, I'm ready to go in, and then just rock it. That's what I would highly recommend. Be like, if I'm the Tristana, I'm like, hey, just whenever you feel like it, throw out a hook. Let's go in just like that, although it needs to be a little bit more coordinated, I feel like. Now the wave's not really in a good spot for CR. Sawdude's going to be coming in. I'm not sure if he's going to be switching up a mark, but instead we're going to go look at the top lane just for funsies. So that tells me, oh boy, Rogue Otters, you can't go for that hook whenever your ADCs run the opposite way. I know nothing happened, but it's not a good idea. Oh yeah, chucking the bowling ball just for funsies, not the best time. Zach's little brown boy would not, you know, agree with that methodology. Okay. Oh, flash coming through by Caress, not gonna be able to get the I forgot what it's called. He's not gonna hit the soldiers. Not gonna hit the Shreeman shuffle. That's what it's called. And like, I mean, maybe if you understand that the enemy bot lane like isn't really landing their hooks, if they're not really being that aggressive, you might as well poke with it. But it'd be nice to see more of them hit the Tristana and less hit the Nautilus. Sawdude gonna do a nice job and steal away that. Sawdude not gonna do a nice job and steal away that red buff. A little bit unfortunate for him. So Hernandez gonna be attempting this blue buff. He is gonna be spotted out by Sawdude. And this is gonna just be a nice little reset coming in. No, Smite coming down. Sawdude, good job on the play right there. Teemo, he's walking quickly. But it's kind of just for funsies. And now the mark is up on Volibear's Raptors. So Sawdude doesn't have Smite. Would be really nice if Hernandez walked in and just smited the big Raptor. But yeah, that mark couldn't go the way of Sawdude. Nicely done by R2R, moving with your jungler. So great job, Teemo, as much as, you know, a lot of people in the beer league probably wouldn't like that I'm saying, like, good job, Teemo, but I think it's well deserved for the plays that you were making. And I do like this on the bottom half now. Coming to mid, CR gonna start off with an ultimate and some dashing, and down goes Moonlight. 2-1 CR. There has been a lot of fighting, but I feel like not many kills, which is a little bit wild. Hernandez opting to go for the grubs instead of the dragon. So hopefully Caress is going to be able to move on up to help out. Hernandez doesn't have a smite here. And he's going to be forced to ult out. That's really unfortunate. I think Azir should have walked over. Oh no. And that's really unfortunate for CR to give up 2 grubs there. I think they could have had it if you're like, hey Malphite, just screw your wave. Azir, your wave's even, you don't have to push this wave, and double flash is gonna be burned, and Malphite's gonna burn on down. Twitch gonna pop the ultimate. Good ult coming through by the Tristana, trying to get the Twitch out of there, but no one's hitting this Twitch. He's just free firing onto anybody that he dang well pleases. Barry gonna have to be popped by Tristana. And again, just nobody dying this game. Like Rogue Otter's trying to hold that outside the wave, outside the turret as much as he can. And Caress gonna be stuck here. Doesn't have the shuffle. Oh, I guess there's a little dashy through. Yeah, I don't think Seraph's needs to be created or finished, or the Archangels. Seraph's Embrace, that's what it is. Yeah. Because yeah, like there's not much burst that's gonna be coming through. I don't think Malphite's gonna provide enough burst, but I don't know. Sometimes people in the light league go with just like standard. I built this every game, so I'm gonna continue building it this game. Doesn't matter how good it is or isn't. And both junglers going to reset. Both of them are going to sprint toward this crab. I do like how Rogue Otter is staying mid lane. He does have a Q. Just throw it in. Which means Tristana has to be safe. Twitch going to pop the ultimate. Tristana's going to have to dash on out to survive. What's going on with this Crub team? Wait, we're not fighting over this mark. Oh boy. And I don't know, maybe that's me not thinking, but I'm like, why would we not go for this mark if we're red side? So Sawdude gonna get another mark. I don't know how many is that. I will go and check, but I feel like something might go down. Alright, so we're at 3 marks, 4 Kindred. Needs 1 more, and then is it every 3 after that, I believe? Shurelias, we like the movement speed, okay. And it does give mana regen. I see Shurelias being good just to evade the Malphite ults. Rogue Otter's clearing out the vision so that Volibear can just come on in and surprise this Twitch like he's never been surprised before in his life. That's 1 dead rat. And Malphite gonna use the ultimate. Doesn't have any help on this side of the map. Unstoppable Force gonna do a good chunk of damage onto Butrito. Not going to be enough, and I like how Mr. Player 2 is walking back as far as he can. He knows there's really not much safety here. In the top lane, Sawdude, you do have an ultimate. Feel free to use it. And Zach's the little brown boy does perish. As does Tristana. And Caress not going to be able to flash out from the Primordial Burst coming in from the Veigar and the auto from the Kindred. So not really sure how he got so far ahead in that lane. But really unfortunate that he did flash there. Very unlucky for CR fans across the world. Castro just in the minds of everyone right now. He hasn't spoken in the chat in a long time, and Rift and L had to bring him up. Quite impressive. Sawdude doing his best to keep this Tristana down. Not really letting her CS that well, down 20 CS already. Is that 30? It's almost 30 CS, good lord. Twitch gonna pop his ultimate with the extra range, extra range coming in from Milio. And this crab has another mark on it, so Sawdude really getting lucky with most of these marks this game, at least on the crabs. Hasn't been contested. Only missed out on the very first one. I don't know, Teemo's getting taken pretty low. It should probably be on cooldown for Drake, but I don't know. These fights are weird. They're wild. I don't think many people... I mean, I can take a quick gander shortly. Because surely there's not going to be anything that happens, but Twitch all up in 35 seconds. Cooldown's a minute and a half. Are going to get the fight mid lane. Primordial Burst not going to be enough, but the Wolf coming in to help the Lamb. Going to be able to take down Perez. Hernandez in the area jumping on the kids like he's at, what's that place called? Air? Urban Air. Double kill going over to Hernandez. And, yeah. From pretty good to not good at all for the side of R2R. Twitch gonna just unload again. Richie, he doesn't care about dragons. He's just like, I just want to kill somebody. Milio gonna get poked, lined, sinkered. Hernandez, there's really no minions for you to, you know, dive with just yet. Twitch is gonna try and find an outplay here. Not sure who's taking the turret damage first. Looks like it's going to be Hernandez Teaches. He's going to be body blocked just a little bit by Tristana, so he will get the shutdown. Tristana will get another kill onto Milio, though. And, yeah, who needs ultimate for Dragon whenever people don't even take dragons? That's the real thing to think about, Nunya. So, reset coming in from Tristana. Setting at 4-1-0. She's 4-1-0 and still has a gold deficit to someone who's just 1-1. CS is important. Remember that. Always practice it. I should tell myself that, but I really don't care about CS. It's invented to keep the mid lane melee player down. Alright, Unstoppable Force is up and available for Mr. Player 2. Like, he could just... He's going to use the Flash. Flash Ignite coming in by Teemo. Mr. Player 2 going to not do a dance. Just going to stay in there. Just going to die. Is this a Ludens next for Vigar? I don't know. Cloud Drake, or Ocean Drake. Going over the way. CR. Shadow Flame. I always forget about Shadow Flame. Twitch gonna unload again onto Tristana. Needs just like one more auto and then E. Not gonna be enough. Tristana just gonna make it out alive. Dredge line going through. And Volibear is gonna follow that one right up. Millie gonna use the ultimate. Get that one out of there, but Unstoppable Force is up and available for the Malphite. So ultimate, we have to be a little bit weary. Oh, I agree. CS is fake. And Twitch doing his best to just try and find someone to kill. Ultimate Unstoppable Force going to come down as well with the dunk from the Volibear and the little W for another time through. Sawdude can't do anything but watch his team. Watch his Twitch just get absolutely annihilated. Teemo just doing his best to poke around. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Azir just pushing bot lane's Flash. Hook coming through by Rogue Otters. Baby Cage going to be dropped as well. Rift Herald has been popped by R2R. Not really sure why. It must have been like on a timer where he's about to run out. At least that's my only hope. Vigar gonna leave this mid lane. Kind kind of a little bit surprised that Anime decided to ride that Rift Herald into that turret. It was going to go on its own, but it did put him into a little bit of danger. And Malphite just going to survive. 100 HP. Freaking big CS, the worst. Caress has the empowered recall from completing that mid lane quest. Yeah, you can say brown boy got in the whip. Well, I think you have to say little brown boy. Just to appease SDK, so. And Caress just gonna pimp walk up in the top lane. There you go. I mean, you know, we gotta be as descriptive as we possibly can. It's the best way to ensure that nobody gets mad at you. Just looking at the gold. Seems like it's been CR the whole way. A lot of that, I guess, going to Azir. He must be getting like all the turret plates around the entire map. Doesn't have any real kills to show for it just yet, but he is setting at 2 items. He did find a Teemo, and he's gonna have to pop his passive. One that you don't really think about all too often is the Azir passive. I'd love to see a Shrima shuffle, but I don't think we're gonna get it to happen here. And Teemo able to push off the Azir. So if you are a R2R fan, you're gonna be happy about that. Fernandez gonna find a little rat in so will Tristana. He's actually gonna be forced to use the flash away. Dredgeline gonna still knock him up later. Milio gonna flash into the ultimate by the Kindred. Everyone's gonna get healed up. Tristana doing a great job of ulting someone out of that, but they're still gonna get healed the very last second. And Nesmith might be going a little bit too deep, but does a good job getting out of that baby cage. And Teemo is rounding the corner. He's trying to find some people to kill, some people to slay. But he can only blind one person at a time. Nesmith, don't forget where that Teemo shroom is. Don't walk right on into it. He's going to do a good job dashing out. Hernandez on a killing spree. Moonlight doing their best to try and do something, but instead they're just going to fall one more time this game. And on the bot side of the map, Malphite just pushing in Mr. Player 2, knowing his role. You guys are team fighting, you surely don't need a Malphite ult, so I'm just going to split push bot. Baron going the way of CR. Not really sure what happened for R2R right there. Yeah, no, I mean, this team can't face check. They can't walk into their own jungle. It's not a good time. Hernandez, I don't know. You really griefed me by taking the WWW PMM match yesterday. Yeah, it would look like Vigard did that. It would look like Vigard did that. So I'm assuming that they were going for Seraph's second, but might have had like Luden's clicked or something. I don't know. No, it feels very bad. I think at that point I would just go into Luden's personally. It's not that big of a deal, but losing like 600 gold, not very fun. Nope. Caress doing his best to get on in there. The shuffle to finish off the Teemo. The yearning Teemo gets the solo kill as well. So Caress and Teemo just trading bodies of one another. But I really don't see R2R holding this one off, although Twitch is just unloading onto CR. Holy moly. What's that Twitch item that he has? The Fiend Hunter Bolts. Such a perfect item for Twitch. CR doing a good job just like pushing around mid and bot lane. I mean, I just like haven't played Twitch in years, but yeah, like an item where, hey, if you ult, your next 3 autos just crit. Huh. What does Twitch do after he ults? He autos. A bunch. Oh no, Moonlight. Forced to flash out and run away from the Volibear. Volibear does have his ultimate, so if R2R wanted to, they could turn off this turret. Kindred sitting at 5 marks, hasn't been able to find that next elusive 2. Milio just going to get blown up immediately, as is Twitch. But Rito can't really make a dent against this Malphite in the bot lane anymore. Yeah, not really sure what's going on. Not sure why we're proxying these minions. Ooh, Saw dude playing on the edge. He is going to get shuffled. Great play coming in by Caress. My god. The Shuriman god. Azir. Bringing death. Yeah, I saw the pickaxe. Looks like it will be. I mean, it's still gonna be collector. But I'd assume IE for the Twitch. Yeah. I mean, if only Hernandez was playing like Lee Sin, then it could be really fun for this Kindred. Does everyone get knocked out of the ultimate? Maybe we can petition that for another week. Yeah. Hernandez Lee Sin is fine, I'm sure of it. Alright. Caress going back in. Doesn't have the shuffle available just yet, but he does have enough damage with 3 full items. Teemo is going to go down. Oh, I've never seen it, but neither has Hernandez, so it must be good. Alright, will Mr. Player 2 ever use his ultimate? Caress going to get popped by the Twitch. Forced to use his dash and the flash, and Sawdude chasing for something. Might not be the best idea that he has, but it is an idea nonetheless. Her Depravity gonna get killed by the Tristana, and Sawdude's gonna have to do his best to dash away, but he has found a very angry bear who's going to get him caught up, and Sawdude gonna get knocked out right before the heal comes in. Great job. Shama. Mr. Player 2. You still have your ultimate. I feel like it hasn't gone on cooldown in the past 10 minutes. I think Caress turned around just to help out his team. He wanted to get an assist there. Yeah, maybe feel like a little cool early spring air. Good hook coming in. But honestly, like, I don't know. It's not feeling good for R2R. And Malphite still has ultimate. And he still has yet to group with his team. I think I've seen him in a team fight once. I'm kind of confused right now. And this isn't call you out, Mr. Player 2, but like, because you guys are winning. It makes sense. But finally, we're going to get a flash or an unstoppable force, or maybe both at once. There we go. So that's why he's been holding on to it. He knew at some point all 4 members of R2R would have to come and stop him. It's written in the cards. And Baron is up and available. R2R can't really see anywhere on their map. No eyes at all, and Baron is about halfway done. So Baron done, Soul is done. I am zoomed out way too far. This one looks all but wrapped up for CR. Even whenever, you know, their mid laner doesn't have their best game, Hernandez really stepped up. Nishama really stepped up. And Rogue Otter's hitting a lot more Nautilus hooks than he did Blitzcrank pulls. Might be a difference in the hitboxes there. And it looks like Caress trying to get that final bit done for his death cap. Nunya, not to make you upset, but we've got the Hextech alternator back in storage for the Vigar. Che lastima. Timo, Mr. Player 2, used in the unstoppable force. Great job right there. Crest just pushing on the top side. Volibear going to turn off the turrets. He's going to try to kill Moonlight, but it's not going to happen. The Twitch gets the shutdown. 2-5-1, IE completed. But these cannon minions should be able to just push that in. Caress getting the push in on the top side as well. Do they move to this bot half? Try and get this bot inhib down. Make that 3. Make it a lot more difficult for R2R if this game is to go on any longer. I'm not sure if it's going to. Caress going to go in with the Shurima Shuffle. He's going to get blinded. He's going to be taken down by the Twitch as well. That's 2 kills over the Twitch pockets in just a few short moments. Rogue Otter's going in onto Moonlight. And it looks like Class in Session is going to get one final reset off here. Not sure if they're going to be able to end it. Tristana trying to pretend to be a little bit off vision. Is going to get blinded. Is going to hop away. He's forced to flash. But Rito going to use the dredge line. Mr. Player 2 not going to be able to clean that up. Another unstoppable force, but I think CR has overstayed their welcome. Fiend Hunter Bolts, Herd Depravity just getting kill after kill after kill. Now up to 4 kills this game. Gold lead is still rather massive, but anytime that you can get a jolt of free gold just by the other team inting, it is going to be pretty nice. And yes, like, it's still just a drop in the bucket, but the lead going from 15k to 11k could be some hope. Could be some hope for R2R, especially since they haven't lost any of their Nexus turrets. Twitch can just see us. Kindred can see us. Vigar can get some stacks on his Qs. Elder Dragon 245, Baron in 220. I'm not, like, I guess they'll be able to live throughout all of that time. Like, I don't know if CR is going to push the issue. I don't know if they're just going to try and starve off the jungle resources of R2R. This is something to think about. But it looks like CR, we're just gonna ram this down your throats. We've got supers. Tristana is able to jump in onto Sawdude. No one's really fighting her off. So Twitch doing their best to get invisible. Try and work around anything that they can. Hernandez still fist bumping. No one giving a crap at all. Twitch gonna have to open up with the spray and pray sometime today. No one's getting caught out in the rat chamber. Saw dude forced to use his ultimate. Almost got pulled out of it. Instead, he is going to get Tristana launched out. Herd Depravity still not using the spray and pray, the rat-tat-tat, whatever it's called. I don't know if the name got updated again. Shurima Shuffle coming in by Caress. Twitch finally using that ultimate. It's going to be too late though, as Tristana is going to survive. Moonlight is going to go down as well, and this is going to be a clean ace unless... Nope, they're not going to care. Oh, nice. Rogue Otter's got the kill. CR gonna make sure that Rock to Riches is undefeated no longer. Takes game number 3. And great job there. Great success coming in by CR. It's nicely done. Thank you everyone for joining today. I do have post-game screenshot that we can look at if anybody wants to. Should be here. Let me copy this. So game number 3, easy peasy, all CR all the time. Teemo, he was scary in the first half, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's kind of amazing what teams can do. And yeah, it was showing them as undefeated coming into this series. So there we go. There we have it. Tonight on the Beer League, I believe it's at 9:30. We have the match of the week. It's between the PPP and Bourbon Nasher. Elias is going to be streaming that one. I did not call out your catch on Twitch with the sweeper. I was not paying attention to that. Porque no es importante. But no, you guys are just in full control of the series. Great job. And that's all that we got today. So, not sure if anyone's going to be picking up any streams throughout the day. Might be nice if you could. I can also note those down in production chat. So yeah, Dab vs IMP and Tits Against Cake still need to be casted, but it's okay if they are not. Oh, there's a series about to start? What? Inconceivable. Not even close. Who's going to cast it? Oh, Blue Meadow. Blue Meadow, welcome in. Glad you could be here. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Remember to subscribe to the Beer League tonight. Make Elias have a drink or two. I'm going to be sleeping because it's going to be 10:30 American time. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. Bye.